You don't remember the first time you looked at a woman and felt your world shift. Maybe you were a child, eyes wide and innocent, the moment slipping through you like a secret. Maybe it was a smile across a playground, a voice like velvet, a glance that cut deeper than reason ever could. Whatever it was, it planted a seed that's been growing in you ever since. Curiosity, hunger, fascination, a force that makes you move, fight, risk, dream, and sometimes destroy yourself in the process. You were told this was natural. You were told this was right. Everyone around you reinforced the script. Men are supposed to chase, to serve, to prove themselves for a woman's affection. The fairy tales all end with the hero winning the princess. The movies show the man risking everything to get the girl. You never question it. You don't even know there's a question to be asked. You just live, led by your instincts, shaped by your biology, always looking for a prize that was promised to you before you knew how the game was played. But then you grow up, and the world gets sharper, meaner, more complicated. You start to see the patterns that hide beneath the surface, the sacrifices that don't pay off, the betrayals that leave scars, the promises that evaporate in the light of reality. You watch friends lose everything for love that wasn't love. You see men reduced to shells of themselves, begging for attention, selling their pride for a handful of affection. You feel it in your own skin, how easy it is to want, to need, to worship the very thing that keeps you trapped. That's when you find the darkness. That's when you hear a voice like Schopenhauer's, whispering from beyond the grave, cutting through the bullshit with words that sting like acid. Woman is nature's trap for man. Not because she is evil, not because she is lesser, but because she is the instrument of something even more ruthless. Nature itself, the will to life, the blind, merciless engine that drives you to betray yourself again and again, all in the name of a fantasy you can never quite hold. You want to believe you're different. You want to believe you're in control. But every time you see her, her eyes, her smile, the shape of her body, the tilt of her voice, you feel the chains tightening. Your reason tells you to be careful. Your experience warns you of the cost. But your blood betrays you. Your bones betray you. Your hunger drowns out everything you know. You chase, you hope, you kneel, you offer yourself up, a sacrifice on the altar of nature's design. Schopenhauer saw this long before the modern world put words to it. He saw the hidden machinery of the universe, the way men are driven by forces they can't understand, can't resist, can't outwit. He saw that women are not just individuals, not just personalities, not just partners. They are the vessels of nature's cunning, the architects of your captivity, the gatekeepers of your future. He called them the embodiment of the will to life, agents sent to ensnare you, bind you, break you, all for the sake of survival, of repetition, of the endless cycle of desire and disappointment. You resist this idea. You tell yourself you're smarter, stronger, above it all. But every civilization in history is littered with the bones of men who thought the same thing. Heroes brought down by a single touch, kings ruined by a whisper, empires lost for a taste of pleasure. The story repeats because the design is deeper than culture, deeper than law, deeper than anything you can name. It is written in your flesh. You are told to see women as prizes. You are told to see them as rewards for your labor, validation for your existence, meaning for your suffering. You are told to fight for their approval, to bleed for their attention, to mold yourself into whatever shape they desire. You are told, this is what makes you a man. But Schopenhauer looks at you and laughs. He knows that every step you take in this dance, you are not acting freely. You are being moved by instincts older than your name, by scripts older than your language, by a nature that cares nothing for your happiness, your dignity, or your dreams. You chase them, and they run. You catch them, and they turn cold. You worship, and they despise you. You withdraw, and they come back with new tricks, new promises, new games. You can spend a lifetime in this cycle, burning through years, burning through fortunes, burning through your very soul. And the more you give, the less you get. The more you want, the weaker you become. It's not an accident. Schopenhauer called it with brutal clarity. The sexual impulse is the most complete manifestation of the will to live, the focus of all desire, the trap set by nature. Women are not conscious conspirators. They are players in a game as old as time, acting out a script they never wrote, but one they perform with lethal perfection. Every gesture, every glance, every subtle manipulation is a move in a war for control, for resources, for survival. And you, what are you in this drama? You are the one who provides, the one who protects, the one who suffers, the one who sacrifices. You are the one who is told to conquer the world, only to hand it over in the end. You are the one who is told that your strength exists for someone else's benefit, that your purpose is to serve, to build, to bleed. You are the one who is praised for dying quietly, for giving up everything you ever were, all for a promise that is never kept. Schopenhauer did not hate women. He hated the trap. He saw the prison for what it was and tried to smash the bars. He wanted you to see through the illusion, to wake up, to reclaim your soul from the machinery that feeds on your suffering. He knew that women, left unchecked, become the agents of your destruction, not because they intend to, but because they cannot help it. It is their nature, as it is your nature to desire, to chase, to want. Look at your life. How many times have you surrendered your vision, your mission, your pride for a chance at affection? How many times have you given up your brothers, your honor, your sanity for a woman who did nothing but drain you? How many nights have you stared at the ceiling, wondering how you lost yourself in the eyes of someone who never even tried to understand you? This is the reality you inherit. This is the battlefield you walk every day. You are not fighting women. You are fighting nature itself, the will to life, the cunning of evolution, the relentless machinery that demands your submission. You are fighting the part of yourself that wants to kneel, to give up, to dissolve into comfort, to trade your power for a fleeting taste of approval. But you are not doomed. Schopenhauer offers a way out, not through hatred, not through withdrawal, not through becoming a monk or a coward, but through awareness, through ruthless clarity, through the courage to see what is and not what you wish it to be. You do not become free by denying your hunger. You become free by mastering it. You do not escape the trap by running. You escape by refusing to play the victim, by refusing to be moved by forces that do not serve you. You are a man. Your will is your only weapon. Your vision is your only shield. You must build a fortress inside yourself, a sanctuary where no woman's smile, no woman's tears, no woman's promise can reach. You must become sovereign, unmovable, untouchable. You must see women as they are, cunning, adaptive, endlessly resourceful. You must respect the game, but never mistake it for love. They will call you cold. They will call you cruel. They will say you hate women, that you are broken, that you are dangerous. Let them. Their words are the chains that kept your fathers in bondage. Their approval is the leash that led generations of men to ruin. You do not need their acceptance. You do not need their praise. You do not need their permission to be free. You will be tested. You will be tempted. You will meet women who seem different, who promise something new, who swear they are not like the others. You will want to believe them. You will want to surrender, to hope, to trust. But you must remember, the trap is always disguised as a gift. The sweetest honey hides the sharpest hook. The moment you let down your guard, The moment you trade your sovereignty for comfort, you begin to die. Schopenhauer's warning is not just a caution, it is a summons, a call to arms, a demand that you become something more than a servant, something more than a provider, something more than a pawn. You must become the master of your own destiny, the author of your own story, the ruler of your own kingdom. You must learn to want without needing, to give without losing, to love without worshipping. The world will not help you. Every institution, every tradition, every story is built to keep you chained. The state tells you to obey. The market tells you to buy. Your friends tell you to settle. Your family tells you to comply. Every force outside yourself wants a piece of you, and every piece you give up is a piece you will never get back. You must become ruthless. You must guard your heart as a dragon guards its gold. You must question every motive, every demand, every promise. You must learn to see through the games, to recognize the manipulation, to anticipate the betrayal. You must trust yourself above all others. You must build your life on a foundation so solid that nothing, not sex, not love, not loss, can shake it. Women will test you. They will challenge you. They will push you to see if you can be broken, if you can be owned, if you can be made to serve. Most men fail these tests. Most men trade their birthright for comfort, their ambition for approval, their power for a place at someone else's table. But you are not most men. You are awake. You are dangerous. You are free. You do not have to hate women. You do not have to fear them. But you must never be fooled by them. You must never let your guard down. You must never believe that you are exempt from the law of nature. Every man who ever lived has faced this trial. Most have lost. Few have won. The choice is yours. You walk into the world with open eyes. You see the beauty, the seduction, the lure. You appreciate it, you enjoy it, but you are never moved by it. You take what is offered, but you never pay more than you can afford. You love, but you do not kneel. You give, but you do not lose. You build, but you do not destroy yourself in the process. Schopenhauer's message is not to withdraw, not to hide, not to shrink. His message is to see the machinery, the design, the trap. To know that every pleasure comes with a price, every promise with a risk, every embrace with a potential for loss. To love is to risk. To live is to risk. To be a man is to risk. But the risk is yours to choose. The cost is yours to pay. The freedom is yours to claim. You must become the man who cannot be owned, the man who cannot be seduced, the man who cannot be broken by the beauty of the world or the cunning of its daughters. You must become the man who stands alone, who walks away when the price is too high, who never trades his crown for a kiss. There will be moments of doubt. There will be nights of loneliness. There will be times when you wonder if it's worth it, if freedom is just another word for emptiness. But every time you hold the line, every time you refuse the bait, every time you choose yourself over the fantasy, you become stronger. You become more real. You become the kind of man the world cannot buy, cannot break, cannot forget. You will attract women who respect you, who admire your strength, who crave your fire. You will repel those who want only to own you, to tame you, to use you. You will build alliances, not prisons. You will love from abundance, not from lack. You will create your own family, your own tribe, your own legacy. Most men will never know this power. Most men will die as slaves, blaming the world, blaming women, blaming fate. They will never see that the trap was inside them all along. The need to be chosen, the fear of being alone, the hunger to be loved. But you are awake, you are free. The world will keep setting traps. Women will keep playing their role. Nature will keep whispering in your ear, telling you to kneel, to serve, to give it all away. You will be tested until your last breath. But if you remember Schopenhauer's warning, if you keep your eyes open, your will strong, your vision clear, you will never be owned. You will never be tamed. You will die as you lived, free, dangerous, unforgettable. If you feel the fire in these words, if you are sick of chains, sick of lies, sick of being used, then you are ready. Subscribe if you refuse to kneel. Share your scars, your wisdom, your journey. This world is not for the many. It is for the few who are ready to see through the trap, to claim their place among the kings. Women are nature's trap for men. But you are the man who escapes, the man who sees, the man who builds his own fate. Let them come. Let them test you. You know the law, you know the cost, and you will never be owned again.